and welcome to TalkRx with Dr. Neha. Today I have Anne with me, and for any of you that live in San Diego, I'd say get body work from Anne. You make me feel so good when you give me a massage and you just help me connect to my body. So thanks for being here.
Thank you, Neha.
Yeah, and this is a little bit of a different realm than we normally are in.
True, yes.
So tell me, what questions do you have in communication? What do you want to know about?
I've been thinking when I'm just coming out of very devastating separation, divorce, and breakup. How do I or one learn to trust again?
Wow. So that's a big one. That's a huge question. And you know, the first thing you want to think about is you want to tap into your body. You know how you teach me to breathe, and when there's something that's painful, you just have me take deep breaths and kind of settle into my body there. And it's almost like leaning into the discomfort.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
That's on a physical level when you're moving my arms and helping me get loosened.
Yes.
I'm going to have you do that on a physiological level, so physical signals that are coming from your body. So all right, so go ahead and close your eyes, okay? Take a nice deep breath in. First of all, you had to trust yourself to even do that, which is really good, right?
Yes.
Take a nice deep breath in, and when you say, how am I going to learn to trust again? Trust in a relationship again. Where do you feel that in your body? Where does trust show up? Or not feeling like you can trust?
Comes from here.
Okay.
Comes from my solar plexus.
So in your solar plexus area. And what does that feel like? Describe the physical sensations.
Well, it feels guarded.
So protected.
Very protected, guarded, cautious.
Okay. Okay. So stay there. Stay right there with the trust, okay? And that guarded, protected place. If you could allow it to have a shape inside you, a density. Notice whether it's sharp or smooth. Notice color. How could you describe that guarded, protected place inside you? If it had a shape, what shape would it be?
It's a shape that is covered, swaddled in a blanket.
So it's protected and swaddled in a blanket like a baby's swaddled. And what's the weight of it? Does it feel light? Does it feel heavy?
It feels heavy.
So it's a swaddled blanket. It's swaddled in a blanket and it's heavy. What shape is it?
It's of a sort of an oval shape, sort of.
Almost like a baby would be.
Yes, like we would swaddle ourselves to protect ourselves.
So now you have a heavy oval shape, swaddled space in there, right? And is there a color to it? A characteristic of is it rough? Is it smooth? Or is there any color? Sometimes there isn't.
I just sense the warmth and
so a temperature.
And the color is, I don't have a real color there.
Okay, so a warmth,
it's
oval,
warm,
swaddled, okay, and heavy. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So what would you name that? If you could give it a name, just give it something really simple, right? What would you call that place inside you? That swaddled, warm, little bit heavy, oval-shaped space inside you?
Nurture.
So now I want you to just take a nice deep breath in and out. And imagine sitting across from you in a big, comfy, purple velvet chair. Okay? You're sitting in a purple velvet chair, and Nurture is sitting in a purple velvet chair across from you. And if you could ask it a question, right? What do you want to know? What do you want to know? What would you ask Nurture? This is that part of you that's learning to trust itself again.
What I would want to know from Nurture.
Yeah. You could even say, like, how am I going to learn to trust myself again? Anything, just whatever comes to you.
How will I learn, or how will I feel when I do trust again?
And listen for what Nurture says to you. Allow the answer to just come to you. How will I feel when I learn to trust again? What's coming to you?
I will open my nurture. I will open my nurturing to connect, the connection with another being. The nurturing will open and welcome that person in.
You'll be unguarded.
I'll be able to share and be able to open. And no longer feel guarded and protected.
So you're going to be able to trust yourself enough to open that swaddle and kind of embrace who's there. Is there any other question you want to ask Nurture?
This time.
Yeah. So do you feel that grounded space? First you felt a really tight, more of a guarded, protected space that looked like an oval swaddle that was heavy. You gave it a name, and in fact, that is your friend. That part in your body is not something to get rid of. It's actually something that you can communicate with and will give you your answers. Does that make sense? Okay. Great job. So what I just did with Anne, right? She asked me a question, which was, now that a relationship has come to an end and I've had this, devastation, how is it that I learn to trust again? And a lot of times what people do really is say, well, other people aren't trustworthy, so I'm not going to have love again. But the truth is, somewhere in you, you lost trusting in your own guidance. And that's what you don't trust again. You don't want to be surprised again. You don't want to be thrown off guard again. You don't want to experience something.
I don't want to feel the pain or hurt.
Yeah, I don't want to feel the pain and the hurt again.
Right.
Because somewhere along the way, I don't trust that I should have picked this up and I didn't. Right? And so what I just did was use what you teach me, which is go back into your body because it has so much wisdom.
Yes.
Feel that part of you that's trying to protect you. Get really clear about the weight, the color, the size of what that space feels like in you, instead of doing what we normally do, which is try to block it out, right? Or numb it.
Yes.
And in fact, stay there. And then once you get a good idea of what it is, you can actually do this as a journaling exercise where you'd write like A-N, A-N. So Anne, Nurture. And Anne would say, how will it feel when I trust again? And then you just let your hands keep writing. Well, the swaddle will open. What do you mean? Well, you'll feel like loving again, and you won't question yourself. And you can actually have a whole dialogue on journaling.
Oh,
And you can do this for yourself and do it
wonderful
when you're
idea.
not on camera, right?
Yeah.
And when it's probably a little more relaxed and it can flow through you. But I just want to say thanks for doing that.
Thank you, Neha.
So to all of you that want to learn how to trust yourself again, want to learn how to love again, there's some simple exercises where you can start to have a dialogue once you tune in to your body. And the first section of my book, the first 5 chapters of TalkRx, actually are all about your body. And they're going to teach you how to get connected, reconnected with it again. And I think what's so amazing is, and you are really connected to bodies and your body. And this is just a new way of doing it through emotion.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah? So any takeaways?
Yes, to really center myself and know that I'm in a protective place right now, and to really listen to that and acknowledge that, and really, when I engage in a relationship, is to be aware of what's going to feel right for me, and then when it begins to feel right, I can give that permission of myself to open that up with trust.
Yeah, the swaddle.
And the swaddle can embrace that person.
Yeah.
And have a nurturing relationship again.
I love it. So the deal is, you're not waiting to trust someone else. You're actually learning how to trust yourself, and that if something doesn't feel right, you trust that you'll navigate what comes next and change direction. So I hope this helps, and I'll see you again next week. Thanks again, Anne.
Thank you, Neha.